Politricks Tuesday! And I have a better Cresperk. She's much more prettier and more charming. Miss Hidden Vade is here as my guest for Politricks Tuesday. Hello, thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Last minute, I said welcome.
Why are you putting this on the spot, Edie, man? Jesus.
But I'm always here.
They don't have to know. Okay, so Politricks, Edie,
Yes.
it's all about, educating the people about the stupidness that these lovely politicians doing. And I should tell you something.
You're putting me on the spot.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Edie.
Yes.
How you seeing this campaign going so far? Because I feel like I's the voice of the wilderness and nobody listening because it's coming from a dick.
Actually, I find it pretty quiet. Yes, I find like last election, people were more out there trying to stand their point, I feel this election, a lot of the main characters are very quiet. They didn't come out yet, or I hope they're coming out, but you're not really hearing from them. You're now seeing the posters coming up. The ones that are coming out and are out there, I feel personally, they're not bringing nothing new to the table.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody is now on a hype. So this happened. Let's all
Jump on.
focus on this.
GB.
Oh, yes.
Kevin. Yeah, we just gonna go on the,
And then we're going on the lady that got through immigration that
Yes.
Lyndon helped,
Yeah.
which was a really awesome thing. So we're just picking and choosing what are the hot items right now, and that's what we're gonna. But the real solutions, the real problems,
You're not hearing
nobody's
it.
really talking
You're not hearing about it.
Not at all.
Now, as far as the different political parties, they got 9 that are muddying the waters this time.
Yes.
Everybody is not looking too much at the older ones because they know what the older ones about. They're looking at the new fresh blood. There's 3 new parties that are jumping into the hot water.
I wouldn't call them new parties because the same old people coming back. It's just on another thing. So I wouldn't say like really new party. To me, there's only one new party that is from the man. What's his name? OMC.
Yes, OMC. Yes.
Yeah. Him. To me, he's the only new party because Sam, there's all older politicians that are coming back in a new form. And to me, I'm not gonna talk down on nobody, but you cannot be a problem solver if you were part of the problem.
Ooh.
And that comes
like that.
back in a lot of. So how can I trust you to solve the issue if you have been part of the issue?
Even if I wear a different color, Edie?
Even if you wear a different color, you were part of the issue. So we can't just blame the ones that were before. We need to blame, if you go back in the history, they were all part of it. So
That's it.
simple.
Simple.
Very simple.
Of course, people are a bit upset that they have to go and go back to the
And
polls.
vote, yeah.
And I know for sure that, and I need to talk to my people and
Yeah.
say, if you do not vote,
You're to blame. Simple as that. You need to vote. Regardless if you're tired, you need to vote. Go in, vote blank. I don't care. But vote.
because if you don't, we get the same solution. And we were crunching numbers the other day, and by the way it looks even more messier. Believe it or not, it looks even more messier based on the last voters turnout that we had, because St. Martin is known for giving new parties a chance.
Yeah.
And then when they don't deliver, or they have delivered, or they have the excuse that they was in opposition, that's why they wasn't able to deliver, is when they go like, you know what we're going to do is, we're going to start a new party and we're going to come back fresh.
Exactly.
And then you get the same result.
The same philosophy with the same thing, because what would be different? What differs now from your philosophy back in the days than now? It to me, and that creating of many parties too, it makes no sense. We are too small
16
of an
square
island.
miles. 16.
And that's why you keep, every time a bunch of people form together to make a coalition, it breaks up, because how can different parties with different philosophy, ones are pro-Holland, others are not, others are pro-immigration, others are not, but yet you're so urged to form to govern. It makes no sense. You're not gonna laugh.
Yeah, but you don't forget, they run to be in government. They don't run to be in opposition.
I know everybody runs to be in government, but where is your line that you said, if you believe, if you're right and I'm left, how can we work together? Our beliefs are completely different. Our morals are completely different. Where is the middle point that I can say, okay, now we're going this direction because I'm going left, you're going right? At what moment are we getting to the middle and say this is where this division, there's where St. Martin is going to go? It's not going. It is not.
Yeah, but people won't vote for people who are capable.
No,
Edie.
we vote for a hype, but then again, it comes on re-educating our community. We are not educating our community on what is the real meaning of the right you have to vote, on the importance of voting for people who can literally bring you forward. We are voting now on hype. Oh, he's popular, or he's cute, or he's smart, or she's this, or she's that. We are voting on emotional and personal feelings instead of go look into what you stand for. It's now a circus. Our election is a circus. Everybody going in personal life, who's slept with it, what is doing, who's doing drugs, who's doing that. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And it's too much attack on personal things, but nobody really goes on the issues that we are really suffering about right now.
And that's why I guess you don't fall for when they say, oh, this is my plan. While they're in the same position, they will be the one to say, if elected, I will do this.
My question is simple. If there's a person that was already there, I know in a coalition, it's like different islands and different countries running a country, because every ministry wants to do what they want to do, and every ministry don't want to listen to the advice of the other one. I know how it goes behind the scene. But at the end of the day, for example, I'll see a lot of solutions on Vromi. A lot on Vromi and on GB.
Yeah.
But accuse me, weren't you sitting there for years? So is it now that you're outside? Oh, it's popping up. Now I got the solution. And things like that just irritates me, because at least when you were there, you should have spoken about it and show us that you tried. Maybe you got tegenwerking against, or you got people fighting against where you're trying to reach, but none of y'all have not even tried to do something. But now it's all about the solution that you have. But you were sitting there, and I'm not talking about one particular person, I'm talking about many others that I see that now are saying, and even in Parliament, you have a solution. Why is the motion never been brought to the table?
Okay, that's it.
So they really feel like we're stupid, and that, oh yeah, now they got a solution. Okay, now I'm going to vote for you. No, bring more to the table for me.
The role of a parliamentarian is also important, because most people think that, when you're a member of parliament, you're supposed to think as a minister. For some reason.
No,
and it's
most of us think that when you're parliamentary, you're just there to scream and look strange.
Yeah.
Because the only thing they do is screaming, insult each other, and then.
Okay, don't talk about Christopher like that. Let's stop it. We talking about parliamentarians, Edie. Stop it. We're talking about everybody in general.
I'm talking about everybody.
Do not generalize.
They're saying they are not thieves. They are for the country. This one is that. It's a circus.
Yeah, you can't get it.
You can't. Like, I stopped watching because you can't. Nobody really comes to the solution. Nobody really fights for emotion. And I see a bunch of people right now saying, re-elect me. I did this. This is the motion that I presented. And I'm like.
Well, it takes 15 members. It takes a coalition. It takes 8 members or more to vote for something. And the thing is, the execution is another thing.
Yeah, I know.
Because you can come with the best motion ever. But for the life of me, I do not get why these people who continue to complain about electoral reform, Edie, have the power right
there.
Flipping now.
Yes. And
all 15 of them can come together now in an emergency public meeting and say the Parliament of St. Martin agrees that the minister should execute the following: 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then after that, the minister either execute it or going ass home.
Yep.
And then we don't have a problem because the Constitution says we need 2/3. How about we get the whole Parliament?
Dat requires samenwerking, and we don't know the meaning of that. We have to school people. Samenwerking means working together. Yep. I feel like we're on Sesame Street right now.
Yes, kids, pay attention. How many members of Parliament do you have? 15.
Elmo, come out, please.
Because it's so mind-boggling when they sit there and they tell us, we're gonna come, and I think the Parliament of St. Martin needs to have consultations in order to talk about what we want for electoral reform. Government fall. It's that one fault. It's this one fault. Put me back in there and I'm gonna fix it. You know what? Let me take away the curtain.
Yeah.
Electoral reform achieved. I swear.
Oh my God.
You see why it says that a real place? Because it's impossible that we got so far to take away a curtain. That's how far we got. That way.
Because that's the priority. Just in their mind.
Once it don't suit them, Edie, that's it. For me, once it don't suit them, it becomes.
Well, to me, like I say, like me, ain't nobody can make me feel no kind of way. I know what I got in votes. That means they didn't want me, so that means I'm gonna go look stupid again. Very simple. So don't try to come for me. I come for myself. I always say that. But with that said,
Get your Edie voice. She's gonna tell you exactly.
Yeah. With that said, I always say the country has the government it deserves.
Ooh.
We are the one who chose a certain direction. Because I've seen people with potential in different parties not getting in because they're not cool or they're not popular enough or they didn't know. So at the end of the day, I always say,
Man's greasy, man.
I didn't say nothing.
Man's greasy.
But I always say, we get what we deserve. It's our choice. We chose. Now we're all But at the end of the day, ain't nothing different gonna happen. Be voting probably the same.
And it just switches. You switch, and even up to the old parties, they also are a bit disappointing when it comes to being the bigger people, because I organize the debates, right? And some of the leaders, big parties, even up to the smaller parties, told me or sent messages to me via, because they know I crazy, and say they are not participating in a debate with the OMC leader because the OMC leader hurt their feelings for the past year.
Then you're not ready for politics. Because see how they attack with words. I'm not saying the bullet that they hit Trump, but see how they attack Biden. See how they attack world leaders and on a severe case, but they still go and sit with each other and debate. Look at Trump and look at Biden. Whew. If they say all the things that Trump has said, all the things vice versa, they still at the end are going to debate. So your personal feelings, you should put them on a side and just come. If he wants to do whatever he wants to say and be a clown, let him be. You know it's not your...
That's not you.
Not you?
Yeah.
You stay with him on facts. And then the people will see at the end of the day, like, listen, you will never lower yourself to his standards.
But instead, like a coward, they want to stay away. No, but to me, it's supposed to be about not even politics, it's about the people.
Yeah, true. Like,
there is
people what they want.
If there is the man, whether you like it or not, there is a democracy system we have whereby anybody can contest once they have their Dutch passport, their Dutch citizen. Okay, we don't like it.
You're not Dominican?
From Congo. So no matter what, He has the democratic right to
Yeah.
postulate
To
himself.
participate, yeah.
You don't even want to give him that respect as a voter and someone who is allowed to postulate himself because, yes, he called you many names, and I don't necessarily agree with his style of politics. However,
You have to debate because that is what it. You have to put your feelings outside. If he on screen insults yourself, yes, get up, walk out. You did your part.
yeah,
You were there.
yes.
Like
That means it's on me because I couldn't control it.
yes, you can control him.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Cut up his mic.
Not even like that.
Yeah, I know, cut up his mic. What the hell? That's very
I
simple.
see it already. Today we're gonna get 6 minute videos. Oh.
Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. That's okay. Cut up your mic.
Everybody I slept with.
Edie.
What? That's
Nobody
what he
said nothing.
That's what he always does. Who I slept with, who didn't sleep with, who gave me a job, who didn't. Like, people, let me tell you something. If you want to know my melee,
Edie.
just go on Facebook and ask me. I'll answer you
Edie.
open. Like, don't give people like
Edie,
the attention.
it's not about you, Edie. Stop it.
No, it's not about me, but I know it's going to happen. 6 minutes going to stop.
No 6 minutes. I just saying, okay, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, he has a right like all the other leaders, whether you want to respect him or not, because you will be going on a debate stage with the leader of the ECE.
Yes.
You go in there with Sams.
Yeah.
But because he went personal and this and that, it's the end of the world. And now, you are depriving the public from actually facing him.
I understand their feelings. I would feel a certain way too, but I do agree with you. You have to debate. You have to let people know what you stand for.
That's it.
You have to.
And if you don't want to address him, act like he don't
If
exist.
he's standing there, then stand at the other end and pretend you don't see him.
Simple. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I have to also address the atmosphere when it comes to politics these days because of the same damn clone of the OMC. When it comes to the aggressive type of campaign from his camp, at least the other parties are not going in that direction, and I'm happy.
I love that. I love that the other parties are staying focused. They're just doing what they have to do to get their votes. They're not concentrating and not giving attention to the negativity.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that from each and every party that, does not entertain that, because that brings down also your level of government and elections
and politics on the whole.
Politics in general,
Yeah.
Because right now we do look like a clown city.
Yeah, election in 6 months. What? Hell yeah. What? This is the fastest snap elections we've ever had. I can't believe I'm even here talking about candidates and postulation and
don't
colors.
mind that. I just feel right now we need stability, and we need adults, not Sesame Street people, adults to govern us and guide us.
And I guess that's why everybody coming out to the woodwork again and saying, you know what, little boys, or you can't handle it. Let me come here back and
You know what? You know what I missed this election? The topic of the youth, the real issues of the youth, and immigration.
What?
Yes.
Really?
No, we're not doing about immigration, what happened with the Linden situation. I'm talking about how we're going to solve the issue of immigration that we have right now. Nobody's talking about the youth.
Actually, no, Otley doing a little bit.
Otley is doing a lot
Yeah,
when it
a
comes
lot,
to the youth,
yeah.
but we're not talking about the real problems that's going on. I just see videos about sensationalizing what is going on about this. No. We need solution because our children are suffering.
And the violence is
the violence is going up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a good point.
And I'm missing that. I'm missing also
Safety and security.
Yes. How are we gonna get money in? Because everybody's telling me what we gonna do, and we gonna put housing, and we gonna do. But how am I gonna get?
How we
money
gonna put
in?
it? Yeah.
How are we gonna get paid for all this? What are we gonna do?
We already bankrupt.
What is our tax revamp?
Wow.
We are not thinking, and now is the opportunity that we have a snap election that we really have to ask these questions before we cast a vote.
So what you're gonna do for at least revenue for the country?
Exactly.
Besides saying the proverbial, we're gonna tax the tourist. I love those. Yeah, we got add $5 to port of entries.
I mean, that can be an option because other countries do it too. But what else? How are we gonna get investors here with a GB that's like that? How are we gonna get investors here without people in power asking for a percentage?
That has happened.
I don't know.
10%. I just want my
Yeah.
10%. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just saying.
I had investors that I know personally that stopped business in here and went to St. Kitts because of that.
GB.
No,
Oh.
because of asking for, okay, I'll help you set this up, but I need a. What? It's not like a secret. Everybody's imagining.
Yeah, I know because we just like joke about it, but I know it was like a real thing.
Listen, we need to work right now on investors. We have this country is beautiful, and we are not taking advantage of what we can offer. We don't have a brand. St. Martin is not a brand. St. Martin is all over. St. Martin is dirty. Cars all over. What are we selling the tourists? Because beaches, everybody got beaches, and even
yeah.
nicer than us. What are we?
We got politicians. We could just give them politicians.
For free.
And I know for sure Edie will give them Anna. So anyway.
Yo! I didn't say nothing. I don't say nothing.
You know what's coming. Stop.
I moved on.
Okay, I know. But I
I'm in a
don't.
whole new relationship with another.
Yeah, are you voting for her this election? You should give her a chance.
For
Your vote.
my vote? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, she real. She holding her mouth, boy. She's like,
I will give Oliver before that.
Edie! Politricks Tuesday.
You like trouble, no?
We'll be right back.
At GEBE, we take the safety and quality of your water seriously. Every day, our dedicated sample collectors venture into the field, visiting the places that matter to you: water tanks, school, supermarkets, home, and high-risk areas. Once these samples return to our water quality lab at KB, they embark on a journey that safeguards your well-being. Our dedicated analysts take over, sending these samples to the microbiology and chemistry departments respectively. This is where the magic happens. We test for a range of parameters, and we do this every single day, no matter what, including holidays and weekends. In our microbiology department, we focus on two major tests targeting various bacteria. Confirmation tests are conducted, and we have plans in place in case the results are confirmed. And then we do it all over again, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Rain or shine, your water safety never takes a day off. So when you turn on the tap and enjoy a glass of GEBE's water, you can do so with confidence. GEBE, the power to serve.
"4 years uninterrupted, yet the electorate wasn't convinced. January 11th, you were graded and fell short. Your support regressed, yet here you are doing all that you can to get back in. St. Martin, don't be fooled. Let's think critically about our choices. Hashtag keep them out. Fabio Doralis.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and an exciting new airport mall. Finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport. The experience will move you.
And I'll fall on my knee. Tell me how to wait a bit. Tell me how to wait more. Tell me all that I should know.
Greetings, I'm Anna Elaine Richardson. You know, after the results from the January 2024 elections, I realized it was an opportunity for me to take some personal time after dedicating 4 long years as the Minister of Justice. I didn't anticipate us going back to the polls so soon. However, many of you have been asking me if I'm going to contest the snap elections on August 19th, 2024. Yes, I will be contesting this election. And this is why I'm inviting you to join me and my fellow candidates on the National Alliance slate this Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024, Postulation Day, as we march to the Parliament of St. Martin to submit the qualified list. On the campaign trail, I look forward to meeting many of you as I seek your support and vote on August 19th, 2024.
Great job, Carl. Thank you. Jeremy, come on up. For the final word in the Spelling Bee Championship, please spell insurance.
Insurance. N-A-G-I-C-O. Insurance.
That's correct. I hope your father can spell Nagico too.
Nagico is insurance. Insurance is Nagico.
Rafita is a woman of integrity, and she believes in what is best for we country. Facing the issue, she will do it carefully. Rafita is who we need, experience guaranteed. Rafita, 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 already. Rafita, 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 number 6. Oh, you wanna
All right, welcome back to Politricks. Now, Edie,
Yes.
you have your event this upcoming weekend.
Yes, I do. The mask, yeah. I was thinking about the other one. The mask event on the 20th, yes.
I'm ready for it. I see the mask reach.
Yes, the mask reached. So I'm going to give out some masks at the door.
How the
free.
tickets going?
It's going good.
Yes.
Yes, I can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling most of it is going to be at the door.
Last minute people, of course.
Yes, Cursalina is always last. We like to do things last minute.
So tell the people quick, artists, time it start,
Okay.
where it is.
It's-
Let's go.
Yeah, it starts at 8. It's at the Lee's Convention Center. We're gonna have icons. We're gonna have Ataniro. We're gonna have control band. We're gonna have DJ R1 with MC Chris Trick all the way from Curacao, and of course Black Boy from here.
Yes.
Yes, and then with Jack the Hot One. So we're gonna start on time. It's gonna be a mood. The whole setting is gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be black and gold, very elegant. So dress up. You're gonna get your mask or bring your own mask. You know, I have people that purchased their mask and decked it are out. So definitely come. It's a dance away party. I'm not gonna say the lineup because they're gonna be a
Surprise.
change. So
up.
be there early so you won't miss anything. And of course, it's going to be a vibe. It's going to be something
I
different.
can't wait. Oh
where
my
we can
gosh.
dance. We can have a lot of fun.
Pete, get your suit.
Pete got a suit?
Yeah, I think you get a suit.
Yes. But we, of course, are going to enjoy
Yeah,
it.
we're
We'll
gonna
be
enjoy it.
partying since
I
Friday.
wouldn't even remember who you are at that time. I don't
Yes.
know.
Sunday is my day to rest.
And then do you have the tickets? Can they get them
Yes,
now?
you can get the tickets now. The early birds are gone, so we have the ones for $40. They're at Van Dorp. They are also at La Caleta, those are the tune spot, or any of the persons in the organization.
And VIP still available?
I have only tables of 4. I don't have
That's
the
it.
remaining list. Yeah, only tables.
You wait too long. All right. And also, can we give a special table for Anna? Can we give her one at least?
She'll get the special treatment.
The special
she get the
treatment.
couch, the lounge
Couch,
area, where she can be a queen.
Come on down. She deserves it.
Yes.
Right now, we are going to go to a clip of the main voting bureau who yesterday validated all 9 of the parties taking part in the elections for the 19th of August.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to those sitting here in the tribune and those viewing at home. This meeting today is convened in accordance with Article 30 of the Electoral Ordinance, and during this hearing we will vote on the validity of the list submitted to us on Postulation Day, which was held on July 2nd. On that day, 9 various parties submitted lists to the Central Voting Bureau. On July 8th, we conducted an internal meeting in which we conducted various checks for legal accuracy and to check that everything was in place with these lists. On July 9th, we informed all parties in writing whether there were any defaults that needed to be cured, and parties had consequently until Friday, July 12th to remedy these defaults. So at this time, what I'll do is I'll go through the individual lists, and then as a voting bureau, we will vote on the validity and the maintenance of the candidates as they appear on that list and will appear on the ballot, and also for the party handwriting or the reference, which is the abbreviation as it appears on the ballot. We will do so in the order that the lists were submitted on Postulation Day. So I will start with the PFP. The PFP on their list, when we had conducted our internal investigation, there was one minor typo to the name of candidate number 5 on the list. This default was remedied in a timely manner by the PFP. As such, the PFP has submitted a list for 12 candidates for the upcoming election. I will go through the names of these candidates as they will appear on the ballot if we approve them. Candidate number 1, Melissa D. Gums. Candidate number 2, Rayon A. Peterson. Candidate number 3, Ludmila N.L. DeWeaver. Candidate number 4, Patrice T. Gums. Candidate number 5, Luciano L. Nichols. Candidate number 6, Marvio A. Cooks. Candidate number 7, Jean O. Blaise. Candidate number 8, Rosalinda F. Martina. Candidate number 9, Marlon M. Hodge. Candidate number 10, David J. Solomon. Candidate number 11, Solange L. Duncan. Candidate number 12, Miklos M. C. Gitterson. The party reference for the PFP is PFP. Now I look to my members of the Central Voting Bureau to take a vote. If you're in agreement, we will everybody raise your hand. We're voting on 3 things. 1, for the validity of this list as it was submitted, the maintenance of the 12 candidates as they appear on the list, and of course, the reference of the party PFP. Can I see a show of hands? Approved. The PFP will be moving on to the election, or to the ballot, I should say, for the upcoming election on August 19th. The following party is the Democratic Party. For the Democratic Party, upon investigation, there were some minor defaults to the Model 2 form. With respect to spacing, some candidates had the incorrect address listed, and on the Model 3, there was also an issue with one of the addresses. And on the Model 4 form, which is an error that was found on various forms, is the law requires that a deposit be paid in order to submit a list. It's one of the requirements for the validity of the list. And the way that the law is written, the payment needs to be made in the name of an eligible voter. And we see the form is very unclear. The law is a little bit unclear. And what we often see is that the payments are made by eligible voters, however, in the name of a party. And that error, I think, or that default will come up a couple of times this morning. So that was also one that had to be remedied by the Democratic Party. However, all of these defaults, as they were listed and noted to the Democratic Party, have been remedied, and they were remedied in a timely manner. That being said, the Democratic Party has submitted a list of 23 candidates. I will also go through the names as they appear. Candidate number 1, Sarah A. Westcott Geboren Williams. Candidate number 2, Grisha S. Heiliger Geboren Martin. Candidate number 3, Dimar C. Labega. Candidate number 4, Khalil K. Revan. Candidate number 5, Viren V. Kotai. Candidate number 6, Marinka J. Gums. Candidate number 7, Benjamin S. Bell. Candidate number 8, Fabio Doralis. Candidate number 9, Meiling A.M.R. Derby Geboren Chun. Candidate number 10, Ruben J. Esset. Candidate number 11, Alston A. Lawrence. Candidate number 12, Richard J.J. Panafleck. Candidate number 13, Quincy R.A. Rochester. Candidate number 14, Oliver N.J. Williams. Candidate number 15, Michael Sibaran. Candidate number 16, Densley M. Adamus. Candidate number 17, Dennis A. Williams. Candidate number 18, Cervante D. Hernandez Escarfuller. Candidate number 19, Alexander I. Gums. Candidate number 20, Ingrid A. Grell Geboren Davis. Candidate number 21, Laurel B. Kozier. Candidate number 22, Patricia A. Flanders. Candidate number 23, Ashken R. Richardson. I will then put forward a motion to the members. The handwriting, the reference for this party is the Democratic Party, which is in line with their registration with the Electoral Council. I will therefore then put forward a motion to my fellow members of the Voting Bureau to maintain this list and approve the validity of this list, the maintenance of the candidates as they appear on the list, along with the party reference. All in favor, raise your hand. We have a unanimous decision. The Democratic Party will therefore move forward to the ballot for the August 19th election. The following party that submitted a list on postulation day is the SAM, the Soaliga Action Movement, or which I've learned the Good Samaritans. But the SAM submitted a list of 12 candidates. There were also some minor defaults with respect to one address on their Model 2 form for a candidate, and a consent was missing from one of the candidates with respect to the Model 3. These defaults were remedied in a timely manner by the SAM. Then I will therefore go through the list as it was presented to us. Candidate number 1, Franklin Antonio Myers. Candidate number 2, Cecil Rodolfo Dimitro Nicholas. Candidate number 3, Tamara Esterlin Leonard. Candidate number 4, Claude Alfred Hans Peterson. Candidate number 5, Rhoda Rebecca Arundel. Candidate number 6, Paulina Nzinga Lake. Candidate number 7, Pamela Roseanne Gordon Geboren Carty. Candidate number 8, Lucien Orlando Benschop. Candidate number 9, Ruben Antonio Bosco Pantoflet. Candidate number 10, Delano Denzel Samuel. Candidate number 11, Billy Jean-Baptiste. Candidate number 12, Henrietta Marcos Clemente. The reference of the SAM is SAM, SAM, as also registered with the Electoral Council. I therefore then put forward a motion to the members of the Voting Bureau to approve the validity of this list, the maintenance of the 12 candidates as they appear, along with the party reference. All in favor, raise your hand. The SAM, that is again a unanimous decision. The SAM will therefore be moving forward to the ballot for the August 19th election. The following party to submit a list was the Uwalichi Movement for Change, the OMC. The OMC submitted a list of 19 candidates. The OMC also had some minor defaults to remedy. These included the correct reference at the top of the list, so they had not used OMC at the top of the list as registered with the Electoral Council. There was an incorrect date used at the top of the form. Again, a spacing issue with initials. With the Model 3, the list of names were not accurately put in, or at least the complete list, the complete candidate list. And as with various other parties, the discrepancy with the Model 4, with the payment being made in the name of the party. The OMC has remedied all of these defaults as listed in our letter to them on July 9th. They did this in a timely manner. As such, I will go over to reading the candidate names as they appear and as they were submitted to us. Candidate number 1, Olivier E. Arundel. Candidate number 2, Elvison J. Adamus. Candidate number 3, Mario L. A. Arundel. Candidate number 4, Lisa L. Alexander. Candidate number 5, Louisa R. Lake. Candidate number 6, Cleveland J. Codrington. Candidate number 7, Edward S. Arundel. Candidate number 8, Farley R. Elshot. Candidate number 9, Samuel V. Caceres. Candidate number 10, Daniel Jean. Candidate number 11, Laura C. Lewis Gebode Martin. Candidate number 12, Franklin D. Watson. Candidate number 13, Bob A. E. Wilkins. Candidate number 14, Donette T. Lanford Ferdinand. Candidate number 15, Aloysius E. F. Proctor. Candidate number 16, San Francisco E. Lake. Candidate number 17, Lee A. Blackman. Candidate number 18, Lawrence L. Lake. Candidate number 19, Florent Espillar. The reference for the Uwalichi Movement for Change is OMC, as it was registered with the Electoral Council. I will hereby put forward a motion to all the members of the Central Voting Bureau to approve the validity of this list as submitted with its 19 candidates for the maintenance of the 19 candidates as they appear on the Model 2 form, as well as the party reference OMC to appear on the ballot. Can I see a motion to approve? Yes, unanimously approved. The OMC will be moving on to the ballot for the August 19th election. Moving on to the now, which suddenly the full name has Nation Opportunity Wealth. That was like, it had left my mind for a brief second there. Has submitted a list of 16 candidates. There were also some minor defaults on their list. I'll mention a couple of them. The date, the postulation day at the top of the form. Someone was missing an accent in their name. I believe it was our candidate number 1, MP Emmanuel, that I'm looking at over here. And also the Model 4, as with many other parties, made in the name of the party as opposed to ineligible voter. The reference as registered with the Electoral Council is NOW, now. I will go over and read the names of the 16 candidates as they will appear on the ballot if approved. Candidate number 1, Christophe Theodore Emmanuel. Candidate number 2, Claudius Anthony Buncamper. Candidate number 3, Lyndon Constantine Jr. Lewis. Candidate number 4, Keith Peter John Gittins. Candidate number 5, Giovanni Christopher Gums. Candidate number 6, Ryan Reginald Richard James. Candidate number 7, Mark Edson Mantle. Candidate number 8, Leary Eastmore Hall. Candidate number 9, Drina Iola Lopez. Candidate number 10, Leandro Mario Peterson. Candidate number 11, Edwin Edward Schoop. Candidate number 12, Kimberly Caterina Evangeline Reyes Puelo. Candidate number 13, Gerald Jr. Burnett. Candidate number 14, Mary Claire Gwendolyn Langlais. Candidate number 15, Louis Kenneth Smith. Candidate number 16, Gromiko Leonid Norville Valerio Wilson. I hereby then put forward a motion to approve the list of the now, the reference of the now, along with the maintenance of the 16 candidates as I just read them and as they appear on the Model 2. Can I see a show of hands for approval? Unanimously approved, also by the audience we have in here. The now will be moving on to the ballot for the upcoming August 19th parliamentary election. We then move on to the United People's Party, the UP. Their reference as registered with the Electoral Council is the UP. They have submitted a list of 18 candidates. The UP also had a couple minor defaults on their list. To name a few, postulation day at the top of the Model 2 form. An accent was missing on the name of one of their candidates for their Model 3. Also an error in an incorrect address for one of the candidates. Again, an accent missing from the candidate's legal name. And also another address mistake. The UP also had a default when it came to the Model 4 form with the payment being made in the name of the party instead of an eligible voter. The UP was able to remedy these defaults in a timely manner prior to the deadline on July 12th. As such, I will go over to reading the list of 18 candidates as submitted by the UP and as they will appear on the ballot if approved by the Central Voting Bureau. Candidate number 1, Omar E.C. Otley. Candidate number 2, Richard F. Gibson. Candidate number 3, Akeem E. Arundel. Candidate number 4, Francisco A. La Cruz. Candidate number 5, Rolando Bryson. Candidate number 6, Jonini Chatelier. Candidate number 7, Nikhil Kukrega. Candidate number 8, Addison A. Boston. Candidate number 9, Richard A. Patrick. Candidate number 10, Bria S. Christina Sorton. Candidate number 11, Teddy F. Charlie. Candidate number 12, Cresberg A. Brown. Candidate number 13, Shirley Hilaire. Candidate number 14, Kevin P. Bryan. Candidate number 15, Martin O. Wilson. Candidate number 16, S. Natasha Manuela Gebode Gums. Candidate number 17, Wendell A. Today. Candidate number 18, Chanel E. Brownbill. As I mentioned, the reference for the United People's Party is UP, as registered with the Electoral Council. I'll put forward a motion to the rest of the members of the Voting Bureau to approve the validity of this list, the maintenance of the 18 candidates as they appear on the Model 2, along with the party reference. Can I see a show of hands for approval? Unanimously approved. The UP will be moving on to the ballot for the upcoming August 19th parliamentary election. The following party to submit a list was the Empire Culture Empowerment, the ECE. The ECE submitted a list of 3 candidates upon our investigation of all the model forms submitted by the ECE. There were no defaults on their list. Everything was completely in order. So I would therefore go over to read the list of candidates as they appear on the Model 2 and will appear on the ballot if approved. Candidate number 1, Nigel Emmanuel Wigley. Candidate number 2, Armando Franklin Gums. Candidate number 3, Arnold Ursel Dorr. As I mentioned, the reference for the Empire Culture Empowerment. I should have written this one down. My apologies, Mr. Wigley. The reference registered with the Electoral Council is ECE. I'll put forward a motion to approve for the validity of this list, the maintenance of the 3 candidates as they appear on the Model 2, along with the party reference ECE. Can I see a show of hands for approval? Unanimously approved. The ECE will be moving on to the ballot for the upcoming August 19th parliamentary election. That brings us to the United Resilient St. Martin movement. It's not unified? Yeah, or maybe it's unified. Sorry, everyone. I think the Unified Resilient St. Martin movement. We'll make sure to write all the full names down after this. The URSM, as they are registered with their party reference with the Electoral Council, submitted a list of 15 candidates. There were also some minor discrepancies only on their Model 2 with the capitalization of last names and some spacing with the initials. Those were remedied in a timely manner by the URSM, and I will therefore go over to reading the list of 15 candidates as they will appear on the ballot should they be approved by the Central Voting Bureau. Candidate number 1, Luc F.E. Mercelina. Candidate number 2, Christopher L. Waver. Candidate number 3, Veronica C. Janssen Geboden Webster. Candidate number 4, Herbert M.J. Martina. Candidate number 5, Shamira D.M. Roosburg. Candidate number 6, Gracita R. Arendel. Candidate number 7, Rishnel S.J. Brug. Candidate number 8, Jason O. Matthew. Candidate number 9, Joseph G. Peterson. Candidate number 10, Michael O. Somersall. Candidate number 11, Delano L. Hutchinson. Candidate number 12, Felicia C.M. Brooks. Candidate number 13, Sao Y. Stamen Geboren Yao. Candidate number 14, Paco J. Isenia. Candidate number 15, Glensley C. Amer. The reference for the Unified St. Martin Resilient Movement Association is URSM, as registered with the Electoral Council. I hereby put forward a motion to approve the validity of this list, the maintenance of the 15 candidates as they appear on the Model 2 form, along with the party reference. A show of hands. Unanimously approved. The URSM will be moving on to the ballot for the upcoming August 19th parliamentary election. The final party to submit a list on postulation day was the National Alliance. The National Alliance party reference is NA, as registered with the Electoral Council. The National Alliance was also informed on July 9th of a few minor discrepancies to their list. They had used the incorrect reference at the top of the Model 2 form. They wrote National Alliance as opposed to NA, as registered with the Electoral Council. And they had capitalized the last names as opposed to doing them in one capital J and then the rest for Jacobs, for example. The Model 4, as with many other parties, was the payment was made in the name of the party and not in the name of an eligible voter. The National Alliance was informed of these defaults on July 9th and cured these in a timely manner prior to the deadline on July 12th. I'll now move on to reading the list of 17 candidates as submitted by the National Alliance and as they will appear on the ballot if approved by the Central Voting Bureau. Candidate number 1, Silveria E. Jacobs. Candidate number 2, Egbert Jurendi Duran. Candidate number 3, Artwell M.R. Irian. Candidate number 4, Cloyd L. Marlin. Candidate number 5, Darrell T.J. York. Candidate number 6, Etzel E. Gums. Candidate number 7, Anna E. Richardson. Candidate number 8, Angelique J.G. Ramu. Candidate number 9, Shamila N. Williams Geboden Webster. Candidate number 10, Curtis K.W. Thomas. Candidate number 11, Hyacinth L. Richardson. Candidate number 12, Alan K. Connor. Candidate number 13, Shamira P.M. Hernandez. Candidate number 14, A. Terrence Ray. Candidate number 15, Ishmael Foster. Candidate number 16, Louis G. Hurto. Candidate number 17, Carlita L.A. Guy. To reiterate, the party reference for the National Alliance is NA, as registered with the Electoral Council. I hereby put forward a motion to approve the validity of the National Alliance list, the maintenance of the 17 candidates as they appear on the Model 2 form, and the party reference. Can I see a show of hands for approval? Unanimously approved. The National Alliance will also be moving on to the ballot of the August 19th elections. It's been too fast, you know. Clearly, I still have certain dates stuck in my head. It's I shouldn't say it was too fast. It's up to interpretation. I would like to congratulate the 9 parties for moving on to the ballot. I do have a few points to mention before I close this meeting. If any eligible voter is in disagreement with any of the decisions made here today, of which we made 3 times 9, 27. So for every list, the 3 decisions, one with respect to the validity, with the way that the candidates appear, or with the party reference, any eligible voter has 2 days from today to file an appeal with the Court of First Instance. The deadline for that is therefore July 17th. This is in accordance with Article 33 of the Electoral Ordinance. I'm mentioning this because we tentatively have a meeting set for July 18th, and that public meeting is scheduled for 10 a.m. this coming Thursday. And in that meeting, we will allot numbers and colors to the parties on the ballot. So I say colors, but really we're not giving parties a color. We are just simply giving a color for that party on the ballot and the way that you will appear and in that order. However, the law prescribes that that meeting can only be held after the appeal period is over. So should an appeal be filed within the next 2 days, then of course we would have to reschedule that hearing. Then that brings us to the end of this list. So once again, barring any appeals, we would like to congratulate all parties, the 9 parties that submitted valid lists as approved today by the Central Voting Bureau. I almost called myself the Electoral Council. And we look forward to having a fruitful meeting on the 12th and allotting those colors and numbers to all of you. On the 18th. As you can tell, it's already Monday. The Monday be Mondaying, just so I can put it out there. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you to all those viewing at home. And once again, congratulations to the 9 parties that submitted lists. And we wish everybody much success in the upcoming parliamentary election on August 19th.
Man, my data just ran out.
Here, you can use my phone.
Thank you. Come on, man. My data finished again.
Relax, honey. You can always use mine.
Wait, how come you always have so much data?
I told you I switched to Telecom mobile postpaid plans. Those plans come with plenty of data, so I will never run out of data again.
Okay, well, why don't you come over here and show me more about these plans? Because I'm about to switch to Telecom data now.
Raising the Bar with MP Roseberg. Join her for direct, thoughtful, and inspiring morning updates. Tune in on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings. As we gear up for Election Day, let's think deep and make each day count. Mark your calendars and set your alarms. Let's raise the bar with MP Roseberg, because every day is a step towards a better tomorrow.
Vote for me, your number 6 candidate, Edsel Gums, on the National Alliance slate on August 19th. Help me, help you.
Say my thing for this election. Good day, Edward Jurendi Duran. I'm here now at Dollison Drive. I must say that I'm proud to see the results of the work that I started during my tenure as Minister of Rummy finally coming to fruition. This was a major project, one of 40 roads that we were able to execute during my tenure. As we go along in the year, the more and more roads will come online, and I'm just saying, walking through here, speaking to the residents, you know, seeing the smiles on their faces gives me great joy, because it goes to show that the work was not in vain, and now they can enjoy a smooth ride home. And that is what it's all about. Thank you.
Good governance, for alliance, for the run, with the master plan. To save this country, we need everybody to vote the run.
Okay, that does it for Politricks. Thank you so much. Edie, thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
So nice. I can't wait for the weekend. All right.
Bye.